Things nobody told you about the conclave happening right now. Right now, behind the sealed doors of the Sistine Chapel, history is being written in whispers and smoke. This is the Papal Conclave, the most secretive election on earth. But beyond the white smoke and crimson robes lies a world few outsiders ever see. Today, we're uncovering things nobody told you about the conclave happening right now. The unspoken rules, the political theater, and the centuries-old rituals that still shape one of the most powerful offices on the planet. Let's pull back the velvet curtain. 1. They're locked in, literally. The word conclave comes from the Latin cum clave, meaning with a key. That's because once the cardinals enter, they are literally locked in.
No phones.
No internet. No news from the outside world. Cardinals can't even talk to their assistants. They eat, sleep, and vote in isolation until a new pope is chosen. It's not just tradition. It's church law, and breaking it can bring automatic excommunication. 2. The secret ballot and a ritual burn. Each cardinal writes a name on a slip of paper. Elego in summum pontificem. I elect as supreme pontiff. Then, in total silence, the ballots are cast and burned. That smoke you see above the Sistine Chapel is not just symbolic. It's engineered with chemical additives. Black for no decision, white for a new pope. They even struggled with the smoke in 1958. People thought it was white, but it was just gray. A false alarm that sent reporters into chaos. 3. Politics never left the church. Think the Holy Spirit is the only influence in the room? Think again. There are factions, ideological blocs, progressives, conservatives, geopolitical alliances, even personal rivalries. Campaigning is technically forbidden. But let's be honest, there's plenty of quiet lobbying. Private dinners before the conclave, whisper networks, strategic voting blocs. In the days leading up to this conclave, some cardinals even circulated private memos outlining their vision for the church's future, and who fits that vision. 4. There are kingmakers. In every conclave, a few powerful cardinals emerge as kingmakers. They don't want the papacy themselves, but their influence is massive. They can swing entire regions, negotiate alliances, shape the vote behind closed doors. Sometimes, a candidate is put forward just to test the waters. A trial balloon. Other times, compromise candidates rise out of deadlock. Men no one expected until everyone realized they could live with him. 5. The papal suite is checked for bugs. Before the new pope even moves into his suite, Vatican security sweeps it for electronic bugs. Yes, they check for spying devices. Why? Because the moment the white smoke rises, the most powerful religious figure in the world is instantly a global target. Politically, spiritually, even digitally. Secrecy is paramount. 6. The robes are pre-sewn in 3 sizes. Nobody knows who the next pope will be, but his outfit is already waiting. 3 papal vestments, in small, medium, and large, are stitched in advance and stored in the Room of Tears, the small chamber just off the Sistine Chapel where the new pope changes for the first time. Why the name? Many popes break down in tears there, overwhelmed by the weight of their new role. 7. It's happening in Michelangelo's shadow. Every vote, every whispered conversation, happens under the eyes of Michelangelo's Last Judgment. It's not just decoration. It's a theological message to every cardinal in the room. You will answer to God for this vote. Talk about pressure. 8. There's a hotel for cardinals, but it's not a vacation. The cardinals are staying in the Domus Sancti Marthi, a simple residence within Vatican City. It's more dormitory than hotel. And yes, it's guarded. They can't wander around. They can't receive guests. Their only priority? Choosing a man who will lead 1.3 billion Catholics through a turbulent age of global crises, internal reform, and growing secularism.
9. No pope, no pachex.
Here's something you didn't know. Until a new pope is elected, the Vatican can't approve new laws, make high-level appointments, or even issue paychecks. It's called sede vacant, the vacant seat, a kind of constitutional freeze, which means everyone, from security guards to diplomats, is watching those chimney puffs with more than spiritual interest. 10. What if they can't decide? What happens if they're deadlocked? Well, after several days and dozens of ballots, the rules allow for a shift, either a runoff between two frontrunners or a simple majority instead of two-thirds. But deadlock isn't just a delay. It's a global crisis in slow motion. The Church can't move forward without a leader. This conclave must end with a decision, or risk a spiritual and political vacuum at the heart of the Catholic world. So while the world waits for white smoke behind the doors of the Sistine Chapel, the weight of history presses on 100 red-robed men.
No phones. No polls. No certainty.
Only prayer, politics, and the whisper of destiny. Now you know what nobody told you about the conclave happening right now. Subscribe for more stories from inside history's hidden rooms.